Hello everybody, what is up and welcome back to Dash League. I'm here, your favorite caster, Gravix, live on camera for the first time on DLN with two favorite casters in the booth. We got Not Gollum and Textile. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
I'm doing pretty darn good.
Yeah, so we have a star-studded matchup tonight, the first Dasher tier match of the season. We got Phoenix versus Life. Phoenix, obviously, of course, rising back up from the dead of last season in Season 6, and Life, the ever-so-persistent force that has been here for a while now. I'm here, again, with my two commentators and phenomenal mug of hot cocoa, because it's pretty cold up here in the Northeast. So, yeah, guys, take it away. What do you think about these teams here?
You're making me jealous with that hot cocoa, gotta be honest. I'm also happy with that creepy claws looking mug. It making me kind of miss the homey indoors times of hot cocoa back in the Christmas days. But regardless, focusing in on what you said about Phoenix rising back, they seem to just skip every other season. They come back with a strong roster. They're automatically top contenders because a lot of the mainstays of the Phoenix roster, which take their turns every other season going to other teams, are .com, Brackers, Man with a Perm. As we see in the lobby, Cream and Experiment 626 are also here. 626 did not play last season, but is a seasoned player. And everybody else I just listed on that roster are fantastic within their own right. The issue with Phoenix always is figuring out whether or not their coordination as a team is going to come together fruitfully, because as individual players, they're some of the top in their field. Over on Life, they've gone through a similar change, surprisingly. Life has had a fairly consistent roster, more or less, for all the seasons they've been around. They've had time to work together as a team, develop strategies, but adding Castle, Evil Pancake, Willow, Odd Leviathan to their roster, and Top Star and Night Owl no longer captaining their team.
By the way, are some massive changes. I mean, we saw Odd Leviathan on Acer last year. Castle was on D. Pretty sure. Who else do we have there? Who else did you mention there? EP jumped around. I think from Envy to Berserk, to Envy again. So yeah, Life definitely went through a whole cluster change, but we're definitely going to be interested to see if they've worked on their teamwork. Same with Phoenix as well. And obviously we have some top-tier players here, but let's see if we have some top-tier teams.
Yeah, and as I was mentioning, the reason I said a lot of those names, for those who aren't in tune with the community, those are all top-tier players who were added to Life's roster. The question is, just like with Phoenix, is their coordination going to be together? All of these people are great at the game individually. Pretty much all of them know each other and have played games with each other, but have not played together as a team for a very long time, and that can make a significant difference. I really think it's not going to be outright killing power that decides this match. It's going to be the strategy, the coordination, the ability to follow up on your fellow teammates that's actually going to make a difference here, but that'll remain to be seen. We won't know what we know until the match starts, and that's just what makes this exciting.
Speaking
do you have any? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of map starts, our maps for today, we're gonna have some Launchpad, some Waterway, and some Stadium action. Poll going up in chat right now: who takes Launchpad? Which I assume is going to be the first map. We can always change it, but typically the players want to go to a payload first. But yeah, some phenomenal points there. We're seeing some great players coming on great teams. Phoenix coming back from the dead. Life changing up, but still staying Life. No fun. All right.
there's crickets back in the audience.
Yep. But yeah, some phenomenal points. Just it's gonna be real interesting to see what we're gonna get out of this match here.
And Tex, I'm curious what you think about this match. Since you've recently joined to the league, at least relative to how long I've been here for years at this point, who do you think is going to be taking the Launchpad, and why, if you had to guess or make some assumptions?
So, I'm looking at Life, and I'm looking at them. I see Just Drums, Persona, and F2P. I know they have a lot of chemistry together. I do think that's gonna like that. Those three are gonna be heavy hitters just because they've played together so long. Castle and Odd, I know they're gonna do good, but I just don't think they're gonna do as well as the other three because they just haven't been on life for as long. Phoenix, I think they're gonna do really good. They're all fantastic players, but I really don't know. I'm not very good at predicting. It's up in the air in my eyes.
Yeah, up in the air is the way I like any game to be. Realistically, you can go in with all the expectations in the world, and I've been hearing through the grapevine these teams have scrimmed each other in the off season, so they have some idea of how each other is going to play in this match. But we are not privy to that information. We're gonna have to just wait and see what rolls up, whether or not these teams have even been able to make a strategy against each other. With all these changing rosters.
Does look like Life is doing their tribunals.
Yeah,
a little kumbaya.
Kumbaya. But going back to the Life roster there, obviously we do see F2P Just Drums Persona. I'm pretty sure they have all been on a team Sky possibly. I'm not 100% sure. But
I'll give them a stone. They're asking thumbs up or thumbs down.
yeah, we are good to go.
And then Castle and Odd actually have been on teams together in the past several seasons.
And I was gonna say those two are phenomenal players, so I really think they can just adapt extremely quickly to whatever team dynamics they're on, taking up their roles as I assume disruptors in this payload. But
we had Odd drop.
That's an odd circumstance. Oh, there he is. That is a good point about the disruptors, though. It is. Kind of to connect a bridge between what both of you have said. If Castle and Odd aren't put into a disruptor position, which I know F2P and Just Drums are fantastic at, then what are they going to do? It's a big question mark in my head, is how are they going to effectively contribute to this team in a top tier matchup? We're going to have to wait and see.
Well, it looks like, yeah, we are going to have to wait and see. Getting started with some Launchpad. Let's take a look at this setup from Phoenix, who's going to be starting on red side. While we take our little bottom camera here and put it on the cart.
Lovely. Man with a perm in the bottom house. Double shotguns. We've seen the past season or two several teams developing this strategy or using this strategy of having somebody in the bottom house with shotguns. It's a decent pub strat, but it's surprisingly effective at catching players off guard. See ya, camera.
Looks like we're going to start off. Yeah, Man with the Perm going to start off with the double shotguns in the house with his teammates shocking already. Life able to start cart, just getting out, but Man with the Perm going to get a couple of shots off on Persona and going to be able to get that cart pick. Man with the Perm finally going down to Castle, who's now going to push up to house here, it seems like. Grab the dash. Disrupting, as we said earlier, it looks like we are going to see him more in a disruptor role. Him and F2P actually look like they're doing more disrupting. So, not necessarily seeing Odd in that position. Obviously, Cart's still moving. We got Persona up in there. Going back to the action, though. Odd, looks like he is going to be disrupting. We could be seeing a triple disruption strategy here.
I'd just like to hop in and say that clear of the house area at the beginning, when we saw Castle hesitate and look back, that was really important. If they had charged forward blindly and split their forces from the cart and from those forward pushers, they actually could have lost a lot of time. We saw how effective Man with the Perm was in that bottom house, but now that they've developed this front line and are able to flood it just fast enough that Phoenix can't get a foothold, they're flying through the top of this hill. Relatively uncontested, but .com is
right there with the rockets. Gonna come in, kind of sweep before getting taken out by Castle, who's gonna kind of support Cart here. Looks like Phoenix finally trying to get a push up, but the killing power on Life right now is just really strong. I say is .com is going 8-6 right now to the highest kills on Life being 7 with F2P. But yeah, killing power seems to be really high. Castle gonna sit on the house pickup, make sure nobody's able to take that and kind of stay safe there. While then he hops on Cart, or at least helps his teammates support, making sure. Looks like he's kind of playing a second to Cart position here.
You can see by Castle's dashing, his positioning, and most importantly, his attention paid to the cart at just the right moments, that Life's communication is on point, as good as it needs to be to have a chance at winning this match, because players like .com are insane in their own right, taking on the entire team and getting 2 kills out of it before being taken out. Tons of space given to Phoenix to try and hold this next push as Life surges forward. But Life
Ab-rackers.
has been consistent with their pushes.
Yeah.
They've been able to get something done every single time, and that's very impressive.
And it looks like we could be seeing a quasi group up here. Possibly not, though. It looks like we got people in the bottom taking a look at our mini-map, kind of pushing up. It looks like we are going to see a little bit of a group with Man with a perm going down and Odd pushing back. Looks like we're going to see a backdash out of whoever's holding the shield there, and he goes down without having a dash to Ab-rackers and his shocks. Speaking of Ab-rackers and those shocks, he's doing a great job with them. We saw a couple of picks while Gollum was talking there. And he's doing a great job with these shocks, and it looks like he is single bound, because his guns aren't going off together. He's being able to fire that shock and that pistol independently with one another, which I know is kind of like a controversial, well, not controversial, but a split thing with the community, whether your controller should be bound or unbound.
Bound to one button versus split between two different triggers or two different buttons, however you want to shoot it. It's a big difference, because most people are right or left-handed, and that is to say that they shoot equally fast with or unequally fast with each hand. One hand shoots significantly faster than the other. So if you're just trying to get good with pistols, arguably one of the most important skills in this whole game, then keeping one button bound is going to make a huge difference in how fast and how accurately you can shoot. But keeping things separate allows you to do some of what Abrackers is good at, and what Experiment 626 is proving to be good at splitting your focus between two different weapons. Very difficult skill to master, but can be very effective.
Yeah, great.
And they're broken up by .com.
Yeah, I was gonna say .com with a great sneak in there. Now gonna respawn. Looks like we could be seeing a group up here coming in from the Life side.
Life's still a little bit spread out, but two of them surging forward. One gets taken out. I believe that was Just Drums taken out, and Castle bringing up the rear with his good long-range accuracy. Does get taken out by rockets, though. Those 626 rockets have been causing a ton of problems for Team Life, and not a whole lot of movement has been gained in the past minute and a half compared to the beginning of this map. Obviously, the spawn advantage is in Phoenix's favor right now, but Life is struggling to try and get the cart past this checkpoint, which ideally on this map, with just how far you have to go after checkpoint, after you get 6 more minutes going through it, you want that extra time. You don't want to make it through at just the last second, as you can kind of afford to do on some other maps like Canyon and like Abyss. You've got to have that extra time if you want a chance at making it to that 85% mark that most teams tend to do when it's an even matchup, and Life is having a difficult time here.
Yeah, it's the back half of this map is a little bit longer than the front half, so you're gonna need that extra time, and it looks like the only extra time they could be getting here is 32 seconds, or we could possibly be seeing a pre-check here.
Oh man,
Free kill streak from that.
Tearing it up, still alive, untouched, except just now by Just Drums, who didn't even get the kill there. .com was full health leading into that. Yeah, good clear by F2P, but Life has to seize on this opportunity. They are a little bit too hesitant.
already getting taken out by the rockets and the shocks by Abrackers, who's gonna now retreat back. 10 seconds left on the clock. Are they giving them checkpoint?
Life isn't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it.
No,
good clears by the explosives.
2, 1. Nobody's made it yet, and it looks like that's gonna be a pre-check. Wow, Life getting pre-checked. First one of the season, too. Holy, was not expecting that out of that one, Textile. Was not expecting that result.
Neither. Something that did play a big part in it. Experiment 626, their defense with the rockets, staying alive. They are very good at using that shield.
Yes. I'm traditionally a Rocketeer for people who don't know in this game, and I can't tell you how many times it's been proven time and time again for me and for others that staying alive as a Rocketeer is almost as important as getting kills on that objective and clearing it, which is your whole job. If you stay alive, then the opponent's focus tends to be on you because you're so uniquely equipped to killing the cart from such a position that they can't fight back, that you want to kill those Rocketeers. And with how well 626 was playing with that shield, another weapon pickup that most people don't use and is frankly pretty underrated, it gave a lot of space for Phoenix to surge forward and counter push against Life anytime they killed .com or Man with a Perm and Cream, who seem to second-hand hold up the front line. But so far, Phoenix is rolling forward a little bit faster than Life was even at this point.
Yeah,
taking a little longer to clear them, though.
Seems like that double stack is kind of helping. They're moving along at a pretty decent pace with one guy on cart, but people like Odd here are just kind of staying sneakily in-house, and it looks like cart is stopped for a little bit.
Whoa.
Now 1 minute in, and not even around the first corner, which is honestly a little shocking just now rounding that corner. While bodies seem to pile up on the cart due to people like Castle and Odd here hopping in as top-level teams, part of the big teams of last season, the 2 finalist teams. We're expecting them to have high kill power here, and it looks like that's kind of what we're seeing there. Pulling ahead in Life, but .com still with the highest kills at 32.
Maybe Phoenix just so far is a very defensive-focused team because the way things are going, Phoenix is just, frankly, not off to a great start. They have not gotten a full team wipe on Life until just now, this second. If you remember, Life wiped Phoenix very early on, was able to get a ton of cart movement forward, but now with Life being wiped completely, all together, so early, the cart has been stopped again. Man with a Perm going for a kill, not riding that cart. Finally, .com gets on it, and the cart started to move down the hill, but we're at 4 minutes! Whoa.
Yeah, we are at 4 minutes. This is very, very fast. Extension 626 there, going down. Persona we're going to see now going down to Man with the Perm. Looks like we are going to see Rockets up. Who's their Rocketeering? It looks like we could be seeing F2P on Rockets or somebody else there.
F2P is no stranger to Rockets, that's for sure. But my bet is that it's Odd Leviathan right now.
Yeah.
Just looking at that kill streak.
Yeah.
4 kills for Odd so far,
Where's Odd
and he
at?
has not been pushed.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to be hanging back as well. So it seems like he is... No, he is our Rocketeer here. So...
He's just trying to play survivably in a different way from 626. 626 had that shield to block bullets, but Odd is just trying to pull their attention away and then hop in at the right moment into the back line. 2 kills there, just when Phoenix thought that they had cleared out Life. Another one comes in, and then Phoenix gets wiped once again with Castle on the front line. Very solid plays out of Life so far, given how much of a difficult time they had as Blue earlier.
And Odd now going to come in with these rockets from the back. We're going to be seeing it come in now that the last corner is being turned. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, huge range pick onto .com there. Do we have a kill streak going?
Ugh. We're probably about to, unless Odd gets taken out here. Good assist by Just Drums. What was that you were saying earlier, Tex?
Having your team near you and begging for help as a Rocketeer while someone is chasing you is very important.
Absolutely.
Your survivability as a Rocketeer is almost like half of it is depending on your team to take out the aggressor, because the aggressor is 100% focused on you.
As we saw there.
Yeah, you are the most hunted player in a pre-check and even a post-check.
Is really good for Life because obviously with Castle being brand new to their organization here, same with Odd, the team communication you have to keep one of those members alive is going to be really tough to do to keep that Rocketeer alive. So props to Life with doing that. Castle, or not Castle, freaking Gollum. Gollum, you know lots about that being a Rocketeer.
Very impressive. That was over the mountain. He had no visibility.
Yeah. I have no idea how he managed to hit that, but good for him.
Was that...
Definitely practice that.
Was that a... magic bullet?
Looking for the gif. There we go. I like that one. The one thing to point out here is that Phoenix is doing much better after the bottom of this hill than Life was. They actually are on their way at Life's current same timing and same positioning to making it to at least the same point Life did. And Life is really going to struggle to even hold Phoenix back from the checkpoint if the game continues as it has been, and if players like Cream keep getting double kills. Man with a Perm following up on cart, Life needs to stack people on cart.
Yeah,
but not
and 1
too
minute
much.
left. 1 minute left on the clock with Life still sitting on cart. People like Odd with their deadly guns here, watching these holds. Gonna get taken out by extension 2-6.
Where are those rockets?
6. No rockets up. Persona gonna grab the shield. No help. Cream gonna push in, and it looks like they do have the edge here. So it looks like Phoenix
does win the match.
Are they gonna be able to get checkpoint though? There it is. There is our checkpoint.
That was huge. Not having any rockets up during that final push really hurt Life. They had lots of players ready and willing to hop onto that cart, but if all you're going to do is hop on, die, and not end up killing an opponent during it, then that's not going to be helpful to your team, and PHNX flew through that checkpoint as a result. Overall is going to win this map, but since we are in the mid-season, it's important how far PHNX can go for the rank.
Huge picks for Cream there. Yeah, huge picks for Cream there. Castle now going to push in. After taking Cream out, going to push in a cart. Does get the kill. Cream again able to pick back up. And as you were saying with the MMR right now, PHNX is just going to try to push as far as they can in these next 5 minutes. Almost 6 minutes actually. To be able to gain more MMR, more ranking, and be able to rank higher and climb to the top of that ladder for the first cycle.
626 looking all over the place, does find Castle's head eventually, but that was kind of confusing to watch.
Found Just Jump's head right in a second there, and it looks like he's going to try to find another as well in the back here. Does take out F2P or somebody else, and then gets taken out by F2P, who's going to try to send this triangle room and try to take people out. Does go down to Cream, though. Cream, an unstoppable force on defense now, but it looks like right now, Man with a Perm going to be on a little bit of a kill streak.
Yeah, it's very impressive the way that PHNX's cart has been completely untouched up until right now.
66. Now it's a little bit of a kill streak.
The cart's still going.
Goes down to Castle, who has a 3. I'm just following kill streaks here.
What is happening on Team Life? They have negative organization right now. Up until right now, this last push, a couple seconds ago, Life was just flooding in through that triangle room, dying over and over, barely even getting sight on the cart. Only now have they been able to get a full hold here, and PHNX is still able to get players like .com into their backline and seriously disrupt things. PHNX is already about to start pushing that cart again unless Odd goes crazy within his own right and eats up a lot of time. .com alive on the cart. The cart is moving. Odd got taken out. The cart's moving still. 4 minutes on the clock, and PHNX almost to 80%. They are on an absolute tear right here, well on their way to possibly even making it to 100%. This is dire straits for Life.
Yeah, right now, Life's communication seems to be faulting, especially on this back half. It seems like they were a little frazzled as they got through checkpoint. Nobody had rockets up, and that could have had some discourse cause in there. Could cause some discourse and kind of have the communication fall apart. One bad moment, and your team could be in shambles because you're mad at one member.
I'd also like to point out that 626 has been very good at focusing on the objective and especially being slippery, both on the defense and the offense. We saw, while all the fights were going on, he hopped onto that cart at the perfect moment when nobody on Team Life was looking and got a serious amount of movement all by himself because of that, because the fight was happening elsewhere. And that recognition of when to join in the objective and take advantage of a situation, combined with .com taking advantage of situations that he makes himself with killing, has given a ton of room for PHNX to continuously move forward. Life has just had no chance to breathe this entire match.
Seeing the kill cam jump around from every player here, giving everybody just a little bit of camera time.
Looks like we're gonna see .com now kind of get a couple of shots off. Does get taken out by Castle though. Gonna push up here. It does have low health and decides to push into triangle room, kind of peek that sight line, get 1 or 2 hits off. Goes down to 626, who then gets the retaliation by Odd.
And about that pre-check earlier, it was in combination with 626 and Abrackers with the shocks, because when one went down, they still had explosives to blow up the cart. You just had to eliminate both of them in order to even get on the cart.
Yeah, you have to have those rockets up. You need somebody there with great killing power, and it didn't look like they have that. But Cream gonna try to sit on cart here. Does go down to Castle, who clears cart by taking out Man with a Perm and .com.
Even when Life thinks they get a clear, it feels like there's still a PHNX player alive, causing a distraction. Castle finally trying to make a move, but gets spotted by Cream, who then keeps taking them out one by one like a horror movie monster. Odd gets that dash, though, and now is able to flank behind some of the PHNX players, but the PHNX players are just skipping him entirely on their way to cart. As 626 gets taken out, Odd's just trying to prevent Phoenix from being able to move through that triangle room easily. I think that's a decent strategy here, given how much Phoenix has been pushing into Life's base and how seemingly fluidly they've been able to do so. Taking that dash over and over is hopefully going to disrupt them a lot, but Cream wiping out the triangle room once again. Doesn't need the dash, hops onto the cart instead. Good kills by Odd there, though. Still trying to bail water out of this sinking ship.
Yeah.
Life needs to figure out how to take space proactively.
1 minute
and
left,
as a
though,
group.
and
They've
they're
been able to take 1v1s, but you go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just ranting at this point. Life is just they're doing good, but Phoenix is clearly showing themselves to be in a higher tier of killing power and coordination at this early point in the season.
Honestly, I'm really talking about that coordination. Life seems to be picking more solo fights than they have with their team, and it kind of opens up the opportunities for, as you said earlier, Phoenix to just trickle in members one by one or have people hiding in those corners trying to get those kills, which might not be working out for them. But yeah, Phoenix kind of going down here. Only gonna have like a few people pushing in, specifically 626. Gonna go down to F2P. Phoenix not gonna be able to get to the 100% mark here, but it seems that Life is definitely going to be the losers of the first map. Phoenix taking it with a score of 88% to 36%. Guys, your thoughts on this as we switch to our scores?
What do you think about this, Tex?
No! No!
We'll just have to do normie scoreboards. So what's going through your head right now, Tex? Seeing how this first map went.
So looking at it, I was looking at a lot of Life, like I think Gravix said earlier, taking 1v1s with these players. And not to be mean or anything, but Life, majority of these Life members just cannot take 1v1s with the Phoenix players. They need to be together because you just can't lose a 2v2 if you're both in the fight. Unless you know what I'm trying to say.
More guns in single focused areas is going to be better for Life than for Phoenix.
Yeah. Yes.
Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing a server swap here.
Okay.
So that means if we do end up having to go to a control point, it will be a single control point.
No, a double control point. Oh, we're not swapping
point.
servers. That's what you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
We are not seeing a server swap here.
Interesting. Are we seeing any player swaps? Doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't look like it right now. Oh, never mind. We are going to see some player swaps.
Okay, I got confused for a moment, I think, because of that.
Yeah, the scoreboard stays there so we can discuss it. A feature. Not a bug, it's a feature. We found that out last season. Or at least I did. Looks like we're going to see 2 player swaps coming in here. Possibly.
I like all the little graphics this season. It's very fun.
Huge shout out to Silliest Goose on those graphics. Doing a great job, man. Keep up the good work. You're doing great. Looks like we're going to see a bunch of switches from Phoenix. Smod coming in. And it looks like Blister is going to be hopping in for Life. Blister 22.
Smod is a very solid player. I've only recently gotten, or semi-recently, gotten to know them a little bit and gotten to know their ability to play in the game. But Smod is a very solid OG Hyperdash player.
Chat, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
It's good to see your lovely face.
Yeah.
Make sure to be voting in the chat. Who do you think is going to be winning this Waterway?
Yes, our Waterway winner, if you will.
Ooh, we see
the alliteration.
Phoenix as well.
Yeah, Hello's gonna be hopping in on Phoenix, and it looks like we're waiting on one more member for them. But as we're waiting, guys, you want to give some predictions on this Waterway? We're gonna be seeing 2 great teams fight it out here. So I want some scores, maybe some times if you're daring enough. Gollum, I guess we'll start with you.
Man, I don't know about scores or times, but if I'm being honest, I'm going to have to give Phoenix the advantage here, if only because there's 2... each team has 1 fastest player. Most teams tend to have one fastest player. Over on Phoenix, that's undoubtedly .com. We just saw that in the last map, how speedy he is and how efficient at killing he is using that speed specifically. Over on Life, F2P is in a similar boat as far as that speed and that sneakiness, that ability to slip past defenses when the opportunity presents itself. I don't know what strategy Life is going to be bringing in here, given how that last map went, but I fully expect that .com is rushing into the enemy base, F2P is rushing into the enemy base. What else happens after that, it is up in the air. Whether or not either of those two things succeed is up in the air, but I'm sure Life is really preparing specifically for .com to be hopping in, and maybe Man with the Perm and Cream to be sightlining. And we saw Abrackers with the shocks too. A lot of the times on this map at the high tiers, players tend to just go with pistols unless they're exceptional at a certain pickup, just because it takes so much time. This is a whole different ballgame from Payload, the domination. And Waterway specifically as domination is so fast that you just sometimes can't afford to pick up anything else. You just have to go forward to keep the momentum in your favor. And as long as Life can get an early lead here, I think they have a chance to take in this map. But Phoenix has been real good at getting momentum back in their favor. It's going to be a tough match.
We saw it in the last one, and I also predict we'll see it in this one. Waterway especially is going to be one where it's very linear. A lot of people say it's kind of open, but it's a very linear map. There's only 3 ways to get to each island, respectively. So it's really it's really more about killing power. Looks like we're going to see Mr. Pump fill in that last spot for Phoenix, a phenomenal player as well. So
it looks like they're also signaling to the caster. Are they ready already?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, bless you.
Moment, thank you. Looks like a drone sees as well. But yeah, we are going to be heading to Waterway. Life versus Phoenix, running it again. Let's get it started.
Just to remind you
you'll
all,
be able to see me at the end.
First map, pre-check Life. Remember to vote in chat. Who is going to win this map? Vote scores, times, whatever you'd like.
Both teams sending their one player forward. It looks like whoever that player 4 is on the mini map, I believe that was Smod, who actually made it into the enemy base.
No, it was F2P.
Oh, was that F2P?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, very nice. F2P did get taken out though, but I think we're at this point going to be more into a mid-game sort of scenario. The opener on Waterway is always very tense, and even now you could consider this part of the opener, given that no
Looks
team
like we're gonna
really
see a
got
countdown
enough
already
flow.
coming out for Phoenix.
Countdown
Nobody gonna
already
really be
for
able to
Phoenix.
count it. They missed the button. Castle missed the button.
Oh no!
As we saw there, Castle, if you didn't catch it, Castle missed the button, and then somebody else hopped on to hold it, which let Phoenix take the first point there.
Dang.
Was the button not already being held?
It's a button. I
It's
don't
hard to
think
tell
so.
with the POV, but
Yeah.
either way, Phoenix held the button at some point, and they got the point, and that's what really counts. Phoenix with an early lead, it's going to be putting Life into even more of an uphill battle. Hello, ready for F2P.
Getting some great
Domes
headshots
in,
out
absolutely.
there. Blister as well going down to Hello. Has some great pistol sniping here. Now,
Also,
yeah, Gollum.
we have Phoenix players in Life's base already at this point, and they've been living there for a while. Whoever is number 0, Cream has been tearing it up in this past
There's the
map.
countdown. Odd already with the counter. Looks like he just got out of spawn there. Cream with the countdown. Gets countered again by Odd. Looks
Cream
like
is
he's able to
still
take
alive?
one out, but Odd was able to get it back. Not able to get that dash pickup, and it looks like we're going to see number 4 kind of push into the base here. F2P sitting in C now. Takes out Mr. Pump, grabs the button. There's a countdown for Life. Hello, able to counter. Another counter by Hello again on C, and it looks like he goes down, but not before. Just Drums is able to get into the basement. Does go down to Smart, but it looks like there's still someone else in there. It's Castle going there.
A countdown for Life also. Castle gets taken out. I was going to say if Castle could survive a little bit longer, then F2P could reinforce him and Life could get a serious countdown. But at this point, Phoenix is starting to get the momentum back
Just Drums
in their
taking
favor.
C. All they need is B now. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get any immediate counter from Smod.
Smod playing a little defensive while he's still in the base, but as soon as he grabs that dash, he's out of there. Through the top of B, misses the button and goes back to hit it during a fight and gets punished for it. Good kill there by Odd. Now moves into the basement, gets 1 kill, but gets taken out by Cream, who is just on the hunt for F2P. It seems like Cream is going to be a bit more of a defensive player with his insane long-range accuracy and rate of fire. That's no surprise to me.
Sorry, speaking of long-range accuracy there, Gollum, what do you think the importance of pistol sniping, especially on Waterway, is to these players here? Especially like Blister.
Having somebody dedicated to your base is a little bit of a catch-22 because you've got somebody who is dedicated to not moving forward, not giving you more momentum when you expect your players to die in any relatively even matchup. And you can always use reinforcements on the front line. Conversely, having somebody ready to defend...
Castle jumped up right next to Blister. Got shot a little bit by their teammate. Sorry again.
Just having somebody ready to defend your base, ready to back up when the moment needs, is also pretty important because some of these players are so fast that it's impossible to kill them before they run out of dashes. And having somebody always in the back line relative to where the enemy is trying to push forward can also be very beneficial.
Gonna get the countdown. It looks like nobody else is sitting in that base. Never mind, number 6. Mr. Pump gonna be sitting in... Wait, number 6? I thought Com's sitting in the base. Yeah, Mr. Pump was at B. There's a
double
button.
shocks too?
Oh, goes down, fires the shots.
Having a defensive player be really good with long-range accuracy also can act like a forward wall. It punishes the enemy from taking the fast, easy, open positions to move forward and forces them to take slightly slower routes through cover that hopefully your teammates can then roll through or roll past. Life, another countdown? Phoenix keeps getting passed into Life's base, and yet Life was the one with the countdown here. That surprises me. But Life seems to maybe have figured something out. They might be on their way to actually getting a point here. Depending on what F2P does. Another countdown here.
Goes down. That's a team wipe.
That's a full... Good job.
Phenomenal job.
Tying it up.
Yeah, Life doing a great job of tying it up there. F2P able to get that team wipe. And that's really what sealed the point there. And now we're tied 1-1. About 5 minutes in here.
What do you think Life needs to change up? Or do you think they've already changed it up enough, Tex, that they're going to be able to secure a second point here? It seems like they might. If they keep wiping Phoenix enough and clear their own base soon.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see very well.
There's another countdown for Life. Only 2 people left alive. Come on, gets counted B. Sorry for stepping over you guys there, but
no.
So much high octane action.
Yeah, this match is just so back and forth.
Another countdown for Life.
I feel sorry for anybody completely new to the league because this is what the top tier play looks like. It can really be hard to tell what's going on sometimes if you're not as accustomed to this game as we are. Hopefully that's where the minimap can be more helpful to people who are newer here, but this is how fast you have to play this game at all times. And honestly...
Sorry, but going on a tear here. Life with the countdown. Come on, not gonna be able to get out.
What?
Oh, gets countered at C at the last second. Odd, not able to get there.
Both cameras are on the same person.
Yeah, I realize that. There's just so much action that I haven't wanted to switch it yet.
It's hard to commit to that because eventually somebody kills 2 people and then you're back into the same cam again. This map is just so crazy. But as I was saying, this is just how fast you have to play at this top tier here. Yeah, and you have to do it coordinated the whole time. And you'll often notice if it goes to the full 25 minutes for some reason, if neither team scores the 3 points you need to end the game. If the match is just
so good that it goes all 25 minutes.
Then players can start to get tired. If you can imagine, that's when mistakes might start happening. So far, both these teams are fairly fresh off of that Launchpad, but they're also at a point where they have to get used to how each other is playing, and mistakes like having too many players out of sight of buttons can be a difference maker that ends up in a score. Countdown for Phoenix here.
All of Life...
Double counter.
All of Life's still up.
And Life does almost clear their base, except for Hello, who's making a push for the button. 1 kill there. Can he get the second? No. He prioritized his life, and he got punished for it by Odd.
I want somebody to clip that voice crack. I'm sorry. I just want to hear it. Somebody clip that for me.
I did a little Gravix highlight reel of your own commentary highlights.
Voice crack after voice crack.
Good follow up by Blister, taking out .com. I'm more than anything, more than Cream being a surprisingly impressive, even for how good of an individual player that he is, surprisingly impressive force. I'm surprised how well Life has been able to hold off .com. He's had his moments, but .com traditionally it tears up.
Ooh, Life with
in
the countdown
base.
Countered at C. Oh.
I think holding back .com is a huge difference maker here. Smod also, 3 players over on PHNX with 26 kills. That is crazy to me, but Odd and F2P in the 30s for Life. They are tearing things up over on Life, giving a huge amount of space for their fellow teammates. And Castle trying to delay the fight on B, gets a kill there, starts to move forward with his teammate too. I bet that's F2P. Number 5. Life has B. They're making a play for PHNX's button, but can they get the kills to make it count? No. And PHNX gets a counter in both opposing bases.
Auto countdown viewer is still on. We don't want auto countdown viewer on. No, that's why. That's why we want people to. That's why we're seeing the same people on both cameras. My bottom one had auto countdown on, so it's going to the same people when a countdown happened.
Man, PHNX has been living a long time in Life space. They still have a player over there. That just took way too much time out of Life to try and secure their own base, and that is why they're not getting a score right now. And they only have B and a countdown for PHNX as well. Is this going to be a point?
2 people up here. That's it. No, they countered.
Oh my gosh. Last second. That was desperate, though. Life is in a difficult situation here. And the explosive shock, too slow for .com to get a kill there. It was literally outran. Going for a countdown, gets killed before he can position himself to use those shocks effectively. That was a good timing kill out of F2P, regardless of whether or not it was on purpose. Slowly plotting forward, takes out Smod. Another countdown for PHNX, but this one is comfortable defend from Life.
Another one, only 2 people up on him. Blister.
This one
is able to counter a day.
Good defensive play out of Blister. I like this positioning that Blister has been taking the past couple, past couple times we've seen his POV. He's been in a different position, making it difficult for those very fast players like .com to catch them when they're with their pants down, basically when they're not ready for it. That is how .com gets so many good kills. Is not just being quick in the killing, but showing up before the enemy has a chance to react to the presence. And so taking an off position like that can make a huge difference in your survivability and your chance to actually hit those players in the back. This last push by PHNX, though, has been very strong. They've had a solid presence on B, only just now losing it because somebody's on the bottom. And .com is going back to rectify that.
Looks like it's the only button they have now, though. Nobody's kind of at that island right now. Castle on our bottom camera going down to Smod.
Takes him out. This is Life's chance if they can get a countdown soon.
This could be the chance.
.com does respawn.
Like, yeah, they all go up. Cream going down. Oh my god, the BB beats from the damage. All being heard. That's how you know this is really close quarters and tight in A right now.
Life has their own base.
C, though.
Lost PHNX's base. There's about to. A countdown for Life. That's not going to be a point. Not going to be a point.
Quick double counter.
Respawning, though. Smod playing defensive, trying to get dashes. I wonder if some of these PHNX players are waiting too long for dashes. That's something that Life is definitely not doing. Outside of Blister, it seems like they're just rushing forward when the time is right, when they have any amount of dashes to be able to rush forward. Oh,
Cream winning the 1v1 on the rail there, the joust, if you will. Ooh, wait, that'd be a fun minigame. Jousting on the bottom rail and Waterway.
Odd. Going for a countdown. Countdown for Life. Not going to turn into a point, though.
Not going to be able to get that point.
.com just waiting for the right moment. Low health, low dashes. Not going to get anything done until he gets one of those 2 things. And F2P takes him out just before the dash respawns. I don't think he's even aware. Oh, he went for that dash, but could not get it before getting taken out. Cream. Plodding forward. Sights S2P, but is in a protracted fight with Blister. Yeah, good win there, but a countdown for Life. If Life can hold their own base, they can. Whoa, good double kill there.
There's a countdown. Still alive, the only one left alive. And it looks like they're in their home base and getting that counter.
Whoever gets the next point is going to have a huge mental flow advantage. I can already tell you, both these teams are so intensely focused right now that if Life or Phoenix gets the next point, I can almost guarantee they're going to get the third.
He's on a 3-kill streak right now. There's Life for the countdown. Gets countered today.
Absolutely going at this.
Smod on a tear right now. He's at 4. Where's Smod at? Hold up.
At this late in the game.
Oh, he goes down. Honestly,
the next points really give people confidence, and usually confidence just makes people even better than they already are.
Yeah, or lack of confidence makes you worse.
Oh wait, there's
that's more what I was thinking.
Double-edged sword.
This is some
6 kills.
Very back and forth plays here. We're just jumping between both bases over and over. Good counter there, but that almost. I think Castle got flashbacks there to when .com held the button earlier. Was not going to let that happen again.
Holy crap, F2P on a wild kill. Oh, he goes down.
Killed themselves.
Wait, like countdown, countered. Another countdown for Phoenix. 4 people left up. .com gonna hold the button.
Where are those Life players? Oh my gosh, barely countered. And Cream is still alive in Life's base. Another kill. Still tearing things up. Countdown for Phoenix as well.
Double counter by Life.
Phoenix has had the flow in their favor. It seems like Life is fully on the defensive. How are they going to recover from this?
There's the Life countdown, though. Hold up. Oh, it looks like they're able to get the B counter. It seems like the big flaw for Life right now is kind of their B positioning.
If we get 10 more minutes of this, both teams might seriously need to consider what their overtime strategy is. Countdown for Life, no point. Lots of countdowns back and forth, but none of these have been comfortable. None of them have been, except for a couple, 1 or 2 players on the enemy team left alive. They've all been recent team wipes. They all respawn, and then you try to take advantage of a situation that isn't in your advantage already. And so that's why none of these countdowns have really turned into points yet. This one by Phoenix no, it does not. Good counter by Blister there. Good kill on Cream as well. Still 1 more in the base. I hope that Life is not playing too defensively. Oh, good double charge shot by
Life
Odd.
Countdown there. Only 2 people left.
Phoenix players left alive. Only Smud
does
get the counter though.
Off.
And now Just Drums needs to get 2 kills, or else it's going to be a counter by Mr. Pump. There we go. Oh man.
There's the Pump counter.
Close. That was close.
Does a little boogie to celebrate there. Textile, what were you gonna say?
I forget.
Honestly,
there was just enough time for a little dance, but not enough time to breathe. You still got to rush forward. Phoenix having both the bases.
Countdown. Castle, last one's up. Castle not gonna be able to get
Castle,
there.
No dashes.
There's the second point for Phoenix.
Castle basement, no dashes.
Unfortunate. L plus no dashes. Goose, get on that. L plus no dashes. Let's go. I need a GIF. I'm kidding.
That would be a good one. I have no idea what GIF you would do though.
Hey, L plus no dashes. I'm just putting it out there, Goose.
Jousting again.
Huge joust fight there. I think that was 2 or 3 players on each team getting involved there. Smod killed in the turnaround.
F2P gonna kind of sit in the health bucket here. Gonna try to push it up for Life. Possibly get a countdown here. Not that Phoenix gets B though. So, it looks like he's not gonna be able to capitalize on that opportunity there. Smod barely has enough dashes to get up to the pistol sniping ledge. Gets the dash though. Pops up because he sees somebody else there. And Odd is able to creep around and take him out.
Good
Life
crouching by Odd.
Possibly another point here, 2-1.
Count up for Life. Odd needs to hold. Oh, man.
Another one, though, gets countered at C. Again, like I said a little earlier, Life really needs that B control a little more to be able to hold these countdowns. It doesn't seem like they have many people there, and that's where Phoenix is going to capitalize on their counters.
It can be hard to prioritize. Oh, a little dance on Mr. Pump. And it looks like he got taken out by Odd for it. Yep. Only Odd can be the dance king in this match.
Only Karma.
Are we gonna have to see a dance battle?
Yeah, we might at the end of this in the overtime. And very back and forth on B. Neither team really getting into a solid forward position just yet. Although Cream might make the difference here. 2 teammates of Phoenix in Life's base just now getting taken out. This is Life's opportunity to push forward as Blister tries to hold down the fort and does succeed in holding down the fort. Phoenix has no forward presence. Life needs to capitalize on it right now and has only 1 player in Phoenix's base against 4. Castle trying to reinforce but just doesn't have the dashes to follow up on Just Drums.
All 5 of Phoenix were in their base for a second up, and 9 gonna push in. Whoever that is, Smud gonna push in for A. Not able to get the pick immediately, but Life gonna go for the countdown. Takes out Hello.com, last one
Only
alive. Life ties
Whoa.
it. Life ties it. Next point takes it.
That's going to be a huge confidence boost for Life. Not turning it into a 3-1, but a 2-2 with potential for overtime if the next 7 minutes continue to be as intense back and forth as they have been for the rest of this match. It's anybody's game.
Absolutely. Life has been performing very well.
Yeah, Life doing a great job of not cracking under the pressure here. Obviously, the mental block wasn't enough for them to kind of go down and lose that 3rd point because they were able to come back. Now, the real question is it going to go back to the pattern of Phoenix then Life? Or is Life going to be able to take this 3rd point and kind of step up here?
Cream taking out Castle, Just Drums taking out .com. Just taking a look at the kill streaks on the right side here to get a sense for who is where. All these Phoenix players rushing in together is exactly what you want to try and get a countdown. 2 Phoenix players in Life's base, only 3 Life players left alive.
Life able to counter a B because Odd was there.
And now it's all of Life alive and Phoenix on the back foot except for those 2 players in Life's base.
Which is honestly doing a great job because Cream gonna hop back up again, kind of get a couple of shots off. Oh, it does get taken out by Odd, though, who's going to be double cammed for a hot second. While we look at Small taking out F2P, though. Gonna sit in his own basement.
And it looks like one player hopping in.
Actually, I think I saw 2 strategies. He's going to hop on Joust Rail, hop up to sub B, and then take up that dash pickup, trying to take out Odd there. Who he sees, they jump across each other. It's F2P and Odd both going down. Small on 1 HP. Countdown for Phoenix immediately countered it. Hey, another one, another counter.
Good defense out of Blister, still alive around that button. Oh my gosh. That would have been the 3rd and final point for Phoenix if Blister had not danced around that button like a madman. I'm very, very happy for Blister right now. And Phoenix is now slightly on the back foot if Life can keep this forward momentum here. Castle ready to dash back for some dashes. What is he doing? This is the time for Life to push forward, and now he knows it. Kills.com
goes down. He's going to push into the basement.
Gets the bottom dash.
Pushes up. Misses the button, but he gets the countdown. Nevertheless, .com takes him out, gets the counter.
That was a huge play in the making, but .com completely ruining it by being good at the game. How dare he?
Now
Jaden looking down just for one moment, but that's just enough for .com to take him down.
Real quick,
yeah, that's all you need.
A little bit of a chat check. Jaded asking to see if we could see a sudden death here, but I don't know because Phoenix, gonna get countered at C. And Odd gonna be able to take his base back to get kind of on the foot there, but that was extremely close. But yeah, that sudden death opportunity, there's only 4 minutes left.
Yeah, this is anyone's game.
And honestly, a sudden death, I'd love to see it, but I know how scary it is for these players, leaving it up to a 1-button fight, especially on Waterway.
As we saw, both from the moment for Castle earlier,
Life
and
countdown,
the moment,
only 2 people
Life
up,
countdown,
counters!
Oh, okay. Moment for Blister, and the moment for Castle, each of them respectively. One moment is all it takes. One big mistake out of your whole team is all it takes for somebody to win the game and somebody to lose it here, based on the point.
Life
for the countdown. Only Hello and .com though.
Able to counter 3 people up now. 4 again with the .com counter. Goes to B immediately, just skips through those people and gets into their base.com. And Mr. Pumpkin seems like doing a great job. Phoenix with the countdown. It's a team wipe.
It's a team wipe. Phoenix
is going to be the first winner of the first Dash of Tier match.
Is all it takes. Good job.
Holy smokes.
And Cream grittying right now.
On the whale.
On the whale. On the main whale right now.
Grittying on the main whale? Cream doing a great job. Let's take a look at these scores, which I assume will be insanely high. And I'm correct there, not Gollum.
Yeah, over on Life, Castle top scoring nearly for the entire lobby, but definitely for Life. 17,000 score, almost 18,000. .com barely ahead by 11 points there. Top scoring for Phoenix and for the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, God, that was so action-packed. I can hear my voice scratching a little bit, man. I was at the top of my lungs for those countdowns and counters. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And this is the first cycle of the season. Both these teams have plenty of time to improve their team coordination and their individual ability. I really, really look forward to seeing both these teams continue to play. throughout the season and seeing how their strategies develop from here on out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing Phoenix come back, and it looks like they rose from the ashes more extravagantly than ever. Just seeing the way they did things there, I mean, speechless, honestly. Great job. We saw the KillingPower.com and Cream and Smod come out there taking a look at our scoreboard remnants, and we definitely saw it. Phoenix just had a little bit more killing power in the end, but Life definitely held their own. Not going to be losing too much MMR from that. Guys, any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Very interesting match.
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody in the audience, thank you for watching. Please like the video.
Wait, we got to get for that. Like, comment, and subscribe, people. Like, comment, and subscribe.
There we go. Love to see it. Took the words right out of my mouth, put it straight onto the screen.
Jaded with the pun in chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. But yeah, that's all I got. I hope to see you guys in the next one.
All of a sudden, I see the intention of the team Phoenix. They disband and reform every other season, just like a phoenix, how it dies and rises from the ashes.
Ah, there you go.
Now
you're getting it.
He's catching on.
Now I'm getting it.
Alright, guys. Well, I've been Gravix, sitting here with Nakam and Textile in the booth. This has been Dash League, and we hope to see you again. A little bit of a match check. It looks like tomorrow we're going to be seeing early at 1:30 AST, 12 a.m. versus Wolf, casted by our favorite silliest Goose. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you guys later. Dash League!
Dash League!